I have now a PowerPoint because I have a lot of materials, and in this case, if I make a PowerPoint, I need 3 hours about. I have a lot of things to tell you, but I will try to do very shortly. Latvian Anglers Association, I'm the chairman of the board, is established about in 2001. And now we are the biggest organization in Latvia, and we are the Anglers organization and the environmental protection organization. Our philosophy is very simple. We cannot talk and discuss about the fish stocks if the nature or environment is in a very bad condition. So anyway, it's an inheritance from the Soviet time. And the situation is absolutely the same in Latvia, in Estonia, Lithuania, I think especially in Poland. So in all post-Soviet countries it is. You know, it was a time when everything belongs to everybody. Now we have this inheritance and try to make it and try to change the situation. And our strategical goal is to make the balance between the utilization of nature resources, including the fish resources, yes, and conservation and protection. But here is very interesting difference. In abroad, especially in Nordic countries, you're using the word conservation, but in Latvia we are using, in Estonia too, using the word protection. Yes, so we protected the nature resources from ourselves. Yes, it's stupidly, but it's reality. Inheritance from the Soviet time, it's goes together with the inheritance of poaching, and it's a very serious problem in Latvia, very, very serious problem. In Latvia, we have more than 100,000 anglers. We never in Latvia say fishermen, we say just anglers, because this war between the commercial fishermen and anglers is very strong in Latvia. And we have, I think in Latvia, we have the strongest regulations, the cabinet of ministers, especially for anglers, the strongest in the world. Why? We have 18 fish species, which is have the minimum size and the back limit for 18 fish species, because we have another way how to try to stop maybe the poaching. And in Latvia you have more than 12,000 rivers, and 700 of them are longer than 10 kilometers, and we have about 2,000 lakes. Many of these waters are private, and this is a big problem because practically the state have the specific program how to develop recreational angling, recreational fishing, okay, angling tourism, how to develop in these waters, in the public waters and in the private waters. That's what we are doing and try to do. In the beginning, we understood that we have no time to go every day, step by step, going on in the by the bureaucracy stairs, and we started work very, very active, and directly we started to press the parliament and the government and the Ministry of Agriculture. Yes, the Ministry of Agriculture is very, very interesting organism, and because how to say, 5 years I was the advisor for Minister for Environment in Latvia, yes, and I have possibility to go and discuss directly with the Minister of Agriculture, and how I said before, this inside conflict between both ministries, yes, we are feeling everywhere, especially in the countryside, yes, they are smiling, yes, to each other, yes, everything is okay, but in reality, it's things absolutely anomaly. And I said to the guys, said that the truth is out there, not in your cabinet. So So in this period of more than 10 years, we changed the 10 laws and regulations of Cabinet of Ministers, 10 of them. And we started with a new regulation. I worked very hard for 9 months, and we made a new regulation Cabinet of Ministers which protected 214 small rivers from the small-scale hydropower station building. These rivers now are protected. Of course, we have a lot of enemies, but it was very, very important because in that time we have no regulations. Yes, and what happened with the building, it was absolutely crazy situation. So, and now we have revolutionary changes. These are changes now in the third reading in the Parliament, and practically these changes are adopted. And the changes means that the commercial fishermen will have the catchment limit in inland waters. Maybe in your countries it's not so important, but in Latvia it's a very, very important thing because they have a size limit, they have a net limit, etc., but they have no catchment limit. Now they will have. And how I said, okay. I said before about what we are doing, especially against the small-scale power stations. In Latvia we have more than 700 dams. And in Latvia we have half and 100 small-scale power stations. It's for a small country, Latvia, it's a huge number. But we try to broke some of them, like on Snake River in America. We know everything what's happening in America. Yes. And our last one is, I want to show you, this is a court. It was a very historical moment. We go to the court and we won one small-scale power station because the decision of the court says the building of this small-scale power station was illegal. It's a scandal. It's a big, big scandal. It's very good to us because this year we have, in the autumn time, we will have the election for new parliament. We'll say, guys, look at this. Okay. Here is a very important materials I will show you yesterday. What we started in the second way, we started to collect the data of social economic benefits of annual tourism with the Nordic countries. It was very, very important to us, and I want to say thank you very much for everybody. It's a good learning to us, yes, and we collected this data, especially thank you, Ismail, you, Kevin, you, and many of our friends in the Nordic countries. Here is written, this is our report. We publish this report every year, and this report directly goes to our president, the speaker of parliament, ministers, and political fractions, and state control, and the unity of municipalities, etc., etc. I will show you this one, and what I want to say about the data. Just a second. This is the data which I collected. I think I finished this 2 years ago. For example, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Germany, Denmark. Very many data. Thank you very much. But because 2 years ago I presented this data in Subcommission of Environment in Parliament, and in Latvia we have good situation because we have 100 members of Parliament, and about 15 of them are the anglers. I hope in the autumn time we will have 20, maybe because we have a new election, and maybe after 10 or 15 years all Parliament members will be anglers. It's our target. Strategical data. Okay, and I presented this data in subcommission, how I said. Arrived about 20, a little bit more than 20 parliaments sitting, and I have a parliament. Okay. And here is economic benefits, etc., money, how many anglers coming, etc. And when I said, for example, our dear friends in Norway, everybody like hordes, wow, of them, yes, there was only the parliament members. In each country they said, fantastic, fantastic, but I said, and no data about the Latvian. No data, no data, no data, no data. Really, it is. It's no joke. And after that, I'm professional theatre director, yes, and it was like a performance. And I was sitting and thinking that finally, maybe with the silence, maybe for maximum 10 seconds. No, the silence was more than 1 minute. Absolutely, just like really, it was. And one of the parliament said, "Oh, guys, sorry, I must go. Yes, next meeting. Yes, no, meetings in that day." And after that, the audience hall was absolutely empty, and we discussed with the chairman of the subcommission and me, and he's smiling. He said, "Do you understand what you've done?" I said, "What?" "You killed them all." He said, "It's okay, it's okay." And in the autumn, in this year, we made in Parliament, directly in the Parliament sitting, we make the exhibition with the new data. Thank you very much, you and Canada data, and we do a very good exhibition. That is impossible to make the exhibition, but we will do. Okay, and here is a special thanks for friends in this, and there is a lot of what we are doing. I said I'm sorry, but it's impossible practically to show in PowerPoint and you. And very important thing is what we are doing for environmental education, especially in the rural side. In the schools, in the summer camps, we have a summer camps for new anglers, and we're working very closely with the rural schools because they're very different. The schools in the countryside and the ones in the cities. It's absolutely different kids. Yes. Okay, please watch, but give it back, please. Yes, I give you 2. Yes. Okay. Oh. Good. Second, where is it? Here is our, just when I look. We are the member of International Game Fish Association and association members of European Anglers Alliance. And we are member of Ocean 2012. And in Latvia, we are represented in one Environmental Protection Council and Fish Fund in Latvia. So we are working, my name is, I'm like a spider, I'm sitting in the web, in the center of the web, feeling everything what is happening everywhere. And because we have no another way, if we need this target, and it's very important to us, it changes nature situation and environmental situation, we have no another way. This is why we are working. Yes, okay, that's all. Thank you very much.